Guys, well, first off, let me say, welcome to Witchcraftin'. I am down in my basement, in my workspace, and today I'm going to make a loose incense, smudge blend. And of course my cat decides that he needs to be in the picture. Sorry, Salem, I gotta get down. So for this blend, you will need some of cedar tips, lavender buds, some white sage, some red sandalwood powder, and some Palo Santo wood. I've already put my Palo Santo in there. I had to whittle it down because I didn't have it in the powder form. So there's a teaspoon of Palo Santo in there. Next, I will be adding a teaspoon of white sage, a teaspoon of the cedar tips, and a teaspoon of the lavender flowers. And I'm going to do this off camera because I seem to have misplaced my stand for my camera, so I'm holding it. And so I'm going to add the teaspoon of each of those three items, and then I will be back. As you can see, there is the the white sage, the lavender buds, the cedar tips, and the Palo Santo. They all have a teaspoon of each in there. I'm going to grind it up just a little bit with my mortar and pestle. I can never say these properly. So while I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little bit about magical purposes, and I'm sure, well, I won't assume that everyone knows because there could be some newbie witches watching. But the sandalwood, of course, I don't have it added yet. I hate when this camera goes out of focus. There we go. I will tell you about that after I add it. The Palo Santo, it clears negative energy, produces intoxicating and uplifting scent, and increases positive and healing vibrations. The white sage, of course, we know is cleanses, it dispels negative energy, it purifies sacred spaces, promotes wisdom and clarity, kills bacteria and germs in the air, and also aids in healing. The cedar tips promotes healing, air purification, protects against negativity, balance, grounding, and clarity. And then the lavender flowers says cleanses the air, brings healing, happiness, and relaxation. And then the sandalwood, which after I get this to my liking, it of course is a burning medium. Clears negative energy, induces relaxation, protects, and heals. So I think it's about where I'll do some more grinding later. But I think this will be a good. I just so cannot speak today. The white sage could probably use a little more, but I think it'll be alright. And the reason I didn't put the red sandalwood in here, of course, it's already in powder form, so I don't need to grind it up anymore. And I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of it, and of course I can't do this one-handed, so once I get that measured out, I'll be back. Okay, so you can see that I have added the sandalwood, and I'm going to mix this all up. Of course, it's going to be very red. And then once I get this, stirred, it's as stirred as it's going to get. You could reduce the amount of your sandalwood. I like this amount. You don't have to follow my guidelines, you know, it's yours. Make it your own. Probably 1 tablespoon would actually do, but I didn't. So, next, what I'm going to do just to enhance the scent when I'm burning it, I like to add some essential oils, and in mine, I usually add about 4 to 5 drops of each. Sorry, I see some bits of Palo Santo wood that I've missed. It didn't hit the hole apparently when I was whittling it. Sorry, off camera. But just add about 4 or 5 drops of this is, there it went. Mine is, I'm adding cedar wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to add some lavender oil. And again, just 3 or 4 drops. 1, 2, 3. I only added 4 cedar wood, or 5 cedar wood and 3 drops of lavender. And then I'm just going to, again, mix this up. Of course, will put my intention into it off camera. But, oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells heavenly. And then, you know, just burn it in your usual way of burning. I will sometimes put it in here to burn it. Let's see, I've got other stuff that I didn't get the remnants out of when I cleaned, or didn't clean it. Let's see. Now, you could, you know, you could just put a charcoal disc, or you put some sand, put a charcoal disc, and then, you know, of course, sprinkle your incense on top of there. So, yeah, I would burn it, but I somehow have misplaced my charcoal disc, and I don't know what it did with them. I have looked, maybe I used them all, I don't know, my memory is like non-existent lately. But anyway, there you have my smudge blend of loose incense. You know, but just remember, you know, set your intention when you're doing this, because smudging without setting your intention, at least for me, is kind of meaningless. You know, or if it's healing that you're looking for, ask for it as you're burning it. If it's energy that you need to clear, then of course, you know, you would tell the energy to leave. You can use a smudging feather, you know, when you're doing that. You can walk around holding your cauldron or whatever. I know it's just as easy to do it using a smudge stick, but sometimes I like to, you know, just a little bit stronger, so I make my own, you know, and of course you just go around with a smudging feather, which this is a pretty one that Miss Meg of Elizabeth Story and our own personal, you know, witchcraft and sister gave me. But anyway, just thought I'd share my loose incense smudge blend since I was out and needed to make some more. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a beautiful day.